So, a lot of the violence that has happened in the last few weeks in Israel, a lot of it has been claimed by some of the attackers and some of the people in the media and the politicians that it's on the Temple Mount. Because apparently the people who are accusing Israel say that Israel is provoking the Palestinians because they're sending Jews up there to dare to pray there on the Temple Mount, and that is inciting to violence there. That's another video. But the other is that the Palestinians are making such a big deal about this, and so basically there were a few Haredim people or a few people who claim to be part of the Ultra-Orthodox sector in Israel who wrote a letter, a very pathetic letter in my view, begging the terrorists not to stab them. And Shlomo is going to read the letter in Hebrew very quickly, and then he's going to translate it, and then we'll discuss it.
Okay. So in the beginning of this letter, they say, ونحن والحرادم لا لدينا أي مسلحة جبل الحكيلة في هذا لا وقت.
So he's reading the Arabic part. This is
نحن
both in Arabic and Hebrew.
بشدة وعالة عالة ثلكة عالة قطع الحطر. And pretty much by the end they say يرجع على توقف عنا قتلنا. So they pretty much say ونحن الحرادين, that we the Haredi people ليس لدينا أي مسلحة بالجبل الحكيلة, that we have no intentions at all, nor do we plan to pray on the Temple Mount. And they pretty much go through the whole letter, talking about how they have no interest in Zionism, how they don't agree with anything the government's doing, they don't agree with going to the Temple Mount, and at the end they say, يرجى لتقوف عنا قتلنا, which is, they very much said, please stop killing us.
Yeah. Basically, if you're going to go out on a stabbing attack, just don't do it to us. Because there's no reason for you to attack us. Maybe other Jews. And I know I don't want to say that that's probably what they're saying. They're not saying, oh, you can go ahead but that's pretty much what the message is. It's like, if they just stop and think about how ridiculous their letter is, it's like, okay, you can continue stabbing, just don't stab us. And I know that's not what they're saying. It's just, but that's what it looks like. That's exactly what it looks like. And not to mention the fact that it's just very pathetic. It's very pathetic, I absolutely understand the position of not going onto the Temple Mount. For those who don't know, there's a lot of ramifications for going up there in a contaminated spiritual state that we're in this day and age, what's called the impurity of the dead. We all have it, apparently. I don't want to go into it.
It's very complicated.
It's very
and
complicated.
Someone who goes up there will really mess themselves up
spiritually, and because there's certain parts of the temple complex you're not allowed to go on to in that state, and we're all in it. So most people today say you cannot go up there because we don't know where the temple complex is. Okay, it's understandable. But the fact that you write a letter like this in such a pathetic language is just so sad and so upsetting to me.
I mean, they're really not part of the establishment of Zionism at all, and they don't agree with anything that's going on. So technically, on one hand, they shouldn't be, they're not part of the fight.
That's fine, but I understand that, and I completely think they're wrong. But I'm saying to write a letter in
However,
this fashion.
I will say this: there are also ultra-Orthodox Jews that are going up to the Temple Mount as well.
That's true. That is true. I'm just annoyed about how this is written and this letter.
So this is the thing, though, is I would say that the whole idea that they think it's because of the Temple Mount is just really not true. This is more to do with just an excuse to go out and try to just hurt people because they are trying to, with the excuse of the Temple Mount. That's all this is. And Arabs don't care whether you're a Jew with long side curls, whether you're a Jew with a kippah or not with a kippah, whether you're a Jew who wears a black hat and suit, or whether you're a Jew that walks around with a Speedo.
That's the
It
thing.
doesn't matter.
In the days in the ages where Jews have made mistakes, the anti-Semites will hate you no matter what kind of Jew you are. So don't think that you can escape anti-Semitism just because you're a Reformed Jew, just because you are an Ultra-Orthodox Jew. The anti-Semites will always hate you.